a blowout in their last matchup against the Bisons. Can Anchorage avoid the sweep? Find out next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap. As it'll be the Lumberjacks of Columbus taking on the Bisons of Anchorage. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs.
It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wildcard Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and 7. The DTR going to throw it here. He'll get this out wide to Penny. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And it's fielded at the 34. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Richardson drops this underneath for Pollard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now it's Richardson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Third down from the gun, Thompson Robinson. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is DTR. Under pressure, and down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Thompson Robinson now. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Thompson Robinson off of play action.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
They go play action with Richardson.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, This one's going the other way.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Thompson Robinson throwing here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing. Thompson Robinson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Penny up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Thompson Robinson now. And he finds Penny. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Penny will take it in. Touchdown.
Sometimes offensive, you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And this one too low.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to 1st.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On first down, Richardson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Richardson slides down after evading the defense, and he moves the chains. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Richardson back to throw it. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Richardson looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Back to the air with Richardson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba from 17 yards out. And the Bisons are an extra point away from drawing level. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Jackson, Smith, and Jigba touchdown catch. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Thompson Robinson now to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Relocated drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, it's Richardson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
His second catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the side.
And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing on second and long. Thompson Robinson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. They got his man complete. It's a big play there on third down. 48 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Thompson Robinson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Sticking to the air, it's Thompson Robinson. He finds Robinson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure
pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half.
And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Thompson Robinson will look to throw.
Incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd down, Thompson Robinson now. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
The DTR going to throw it here.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, BG, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. What a weekend this is going to be. Super Wild Card Weekend. This, the first of 6 games set to be played. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment.
But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, and it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure.
We saw a strong first half from the veteran running back, Rashad Penny. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in court.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Justin Matabike working his way to the quarterback that time.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
From the gun, it's Thompson Robinson.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They set up the screen to Penny. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now it's Richardson.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He finds his man, Pollard.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the 1st with a very effective stiff arm. 9 yards that time.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move to James.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Marr able to put this one through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Justin Madubuike
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting the sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Thompson Robinson to throw on 1st down. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route. Still going. Inside the 10.
And all the way in for the touchdown.
Michael Pittman.
65 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
Haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And Richardson back to throw it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Flush to his right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Richardson looking to throw this. Has his man. That's James.
And he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's dumped off to Pollard.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Richardson looking to throw.
And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And they bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Thompson Robinson now to throw.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Marr on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 6. Throwing. Thompson Robinson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stop the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Now it's Penny running right. A beautiful fake. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Thompson Robinson now.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
To throw his DTR.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
On first down, Richardson.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
2nd down and a yard. Pollard will take it up the gut.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Richardson. That's complete downfield to James.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Here's Thompson Robinson.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
From the gun, a give to Penny. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, here's Penny.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Here's 1st down.
Again, it's Penny. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
That is just a gigantic interception here in overtime of this playoff game. And now, Charles, all they need is 3 to win it.
That's exactly right, because now 1 possession, 1 field goal gets it done. They force a lot of big turnovers in the regular season, Brandon, but none come bigger than that one right there. Here in the playoffs, they've got a chance to put this one away.
Richardson dials up the first throw of overtime.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now it's Richardson.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.